Let's determine the filming order of Season 2. If you haven't already watched Chronologically Confused about Season 1, you should click the link at the top before coming back to this video. So how did I do this? Well, the exact same way as before. First, I arranged all the episodes into groups according to the accumulated snow and the seasonal cycle of the trees. Then I looked for episodes which dated themselves. Winter episodes include Beer, Naked, Old People, First to Talk, Funnier, Bibles, and Journalist. Snow can be seen in the outdoor shots of all of these episodes. Naked, Funnier, and Bibles each date themselves, but for the remaining episodes I needed to use qualitative methods to identify the passage of time. Beer was filmed first. In an interview with Spenny, Donnie says that Beer was the first episode he worked on.
Probably in my mind stands out more than most was the Who Can Drink More Beer.
Yeah.
Simply because that was my first date. That was actually the first
Well, that was the opener.
time we met, I think.
But just because Donnie worked on Beer first doesn't mean that it was filmed first, right? It could mean that there was something else filmed before Donnie came to work on the show. So I need to prove that Beer came first. Since the winter episodes were filmed first, and there are 7 winter episodes, and Donnie is seen working in all 7 winter episodes, and Donnie admits to working on Beer first, then Beer must be first. There's also an expiration date on Kenny's beer boxes, but that doesn't exactly narrow it down to a filming date. It does, however, show me that it was likely filmed prior to March 2005. Now let's look at the dated episodes. In the Naked competition, Spenny's watch is dated February 2nd, 2/2. He took off his watch on the 3rd day, so the competition started on January 31st. Funnier is after Naked. Thanks to Reddit user CrunchyLettuce24, we can read a copy of the letter that Kenny sent to Spenny in the Funnier competition. How did CrunchyLettuce24 get a copy of this letter? I have no idea. How does this apply chronologically? The letter is dated February 10th, 2005. Kenny would have dated the letter ahead of the competition to account for the time it would have taken to travel with Canada Post. He dated it the 10th, but likely stuck it in the letter slot on or about the 15th of February. If he had dated it on the 15th, and Spenny had opened it on the 15th, he likely would have known something was up. Next is Bibles. The ticket Kenny purchased to send Spenny to LA departs on March 31st. He bought the ticket on the 3rd day, so the competition started on March 29th. Do these competitions happen consecutively, or are the remaining winter episodes peppered in between them? Let's find out through some qualitative haircut analysis. I think Beer and Naked are consecutive, then Funnier follows Naked. I'm sure that Journalist and Old People come after Funnier, because you can see Spenny's hair is clearly shorter in Funnier, but it's hard to tell if Journalist comes before or after Old People. I think his hair gets longer in Old People, and I also think First to Talk came after Old People. Spenny was cursing himself for not getting a haircut before meeting the ladies, so I think it makes sense that he would get a trim after the Old People competition. And then Bibles comes after First to Talk. I'm going to settle on that order for the winter cycle. Beer, Naked, Funnier, Journalist, Old People, Talk, Bibles. Now, Season 2 was filmed completely during the winter and spring. There are no summer episodes and there are no fall episodes, so I divided spring into 3 subsections. Spring with no snow, no buds, and no leaves, spring with buds, and spring with leaves. Episodes filmed in spring with no snow, no buds, and no leaves are First to Be Mean and Rapper. In the Rapper competition, Kenny drills a hole in the wall to make it look like a bullet hole. The hole isn't there in Mean, so Mean came before Rapper. A quick look at haircuts verifies Mean came before Rapper. Episodes filmed in spring with buds are Biggest Balls and Dance. Biggest Balls doesn't have a good enough shot of that living room column to check for the bullet hole, but Dance does, and the bullet hole is there. So is there something else I can use to determine if Biggest Balls came before or after Dance? Yes. In Biggest Balls, Kenny goes crazy and smashes Spenny's phone against the doorframe. In Dance, we can see the cracked base of the phone. So I believe Biggest Balls was filmed before Dance. We can also have a quick look at haircuts. Episodes filmed in the spring with leaves are Kiss and Rat Race. Both of these episodes have great shots of blooming trees. In Rat Race, Kenny gets these 2 cinder blocks to hold up Zontar's training table. They weren't there in Dance, and in Kiss they're still sitting around. I'm positive that Rat Race came before Kiss, but it's hard to verify with haircuts. In Rat Race, Spenny's bangs hung about midway down his ear, and in Kiss they look closer to the bottom of his ear. So in light of all that, I think Rat Race was filmed before Kiss. So that's the conclusion of my investigation. The original filming order of Season 2 is Beer, Naked, Funnier, Journalist, Old People, Talk, Bibles, Mean, Rapper, Biggest Balls, Dance, Rat Race, and Kiss. Now again, could I be incorrect about some of these? Yes. The filming schedule for Season 2 was much shorter and tighter than Season 1, so there isn't significant hair growth between episodes. Was Old People actually filmed before Journalist? It's possible. Was Dance filmed before Bibles? No, not a chance. That being said, I'm satisfied with the order that they're in. So again, the big question, why? Why rearrange the episodes? Well, there's a few possible contributing factors here. For Season 2, the fans hadn't seen a new episode of KVS in almost 19 months. Whoever is responsible for determining the airing order wanted to recapture the existing fans and introduce the show to new ones with edgy, shocking, and hilarious content right off the bat. So Beer and Naked stayed in their place. They decided to end the season with episodes that weren't so strong. I'm looking at you, Rapper. Some people suggested on my Season 1 chronology video that some competitions may have taken longer to edit, so they could have been pushed to later in the season. That's also another possibility here. Anyway, there you go. As always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to help the channel, and post up your own theories in the comments.